Tuesday, and things got a little bit more serious. My name is Werner Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. So thanks to people having a little bit too much social fun over the weekend, the Polish government has now tightened all regulations and stipulations around the isolation, social isolation. I'm not entirely sure what all of these regulations mean. I need to go and sit and find an English website to make entirely sure what was said today. But parks, public bicycles, and moving around without valid reason is becoming stricter. And apparently the military is also going to be called in to look after people who are unable to go and fetch food. And I think this is the first step towards it becoming much more restrictive. A friend of mine published or posted a photo of our curve, of Poland's curve. At the moment, if I'm not mistaken, we are still under 500 people infected, or 500 people who have died of the virus. But when you look at the actual curve, its trajectory, it does seem a little bit unsettling. If things continue on this track, it might be more devastating than we expected. But that is entirely my interpretation. Now, what is the extraordinary today? So the extraordinary today is that Marta and myself are able to survive without killing each other. And I do appreciate her specifically today, because the one thing, after being in the situation now for 2 to 3 weeks, I think even though we do get annoyed and frustrated, we have not snapped at each other or lashed out or become overly angry with each other. I think we do value each other and appreciate the fact that, we care about each other and we want each other to stick around for a long, long time. We also have the added bonus and benefit of having our little one around, which binds us, I think, even more. And probably the little one is also kind of a double-edged sword, because he also adds the added tension, because both Martin and I still have to do a lot of work. And perhaps it's also time to think about what needs to be deprioritized to make sure that we can handle it. But I think what is being unsaid is that we will start deprioritizing as the government starts prioritizing and isolating more. Because in all honesty, Martin and I have been really keeping to the social isolations as much as we can, but we are not as strict as some of my other friends are, in the sense of in Italy, in France, and in Spain. So, and we in fact also spoke to a friend of ours in Barcelona who's completely and totally unable to leave their home. So we can still go to the post office, we can go to the shop if we want to, even though we avoid that totally at the moment. But we have at least a little bit of freedom of movement. And I predict that is also going to end quite soon, based on some of the trajectories that I've seen and mentioned before. Now, extraordinary, I think the extraordinary is definitely Marta, who keeps on working really hard and keeping focus and keeping our household going and feeding my fat ass. And that is why I am currently standing in the garage to see if I can get our static bicycle equipment. I have a little kit here that allows my bicycle to become a static bicycle so that we can actually start doing some exercise while we're at home, because I miss walking around and exploring the city. I miss a good flat white. I miss a good coffee shop. So I can dream about those while we are cycling away in our little home. So let me sign off, because I have to carry a little bit of equipment upstairs. And I hope that you're keeping safe. Thanks for listening.